Scary slide, there are a lot of bullets. Just speak from my notes. You can read that faster than I can say it anyway. Just for those who haven't been to the Philippines is a geographically dispersed archipelago with 7,000 plus islands. We have about, I think, at this point, 80 million population. We're a lower middle income country. Our internet penetration is decent, but our mobile penetration is in fact very good. And in fact, we have probably one of the strongest user communities of mobile networks and mobile phones and social media. ASTI is the public sector ICT research and development agency in the Philippines. We also do research on microelectronics. In terms of our priorities, I think, as you can see there, we're into advanced networking. For example, in applications for weather monitoring, disaster risk management and mitigation, tsunami warning and weather forecasting. We're also developing internet and web applications for various areas, wireless sensor networks, open source software, multimedia, particularly for education, e-government systems and applications, or e-governance systems, embedded systems, and some of our universities also do e-health or telemedicine work. Probably last note, as I mentioned, Filipinos are very internet and web savvy. We're very adept at using technology, and probably there's a strong experience our strong experience in using the internet and web could be something that could be beneficial if some European researchers would like to work with the Philippines in testing out some of their research in an environment such as the Philippines. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wilson, and I'm from the Institute for Infocon Research. We are part of the family of research institutes under the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, which is a government agency for public R&D. Okay. In one slide, I'm going to pretty much zoom into some of the key areas. We have quite a lot of coverage in many areas in ICT research, but of the ones that probably, if we try to map it to FP7 challenges, there are a couple of areas that are pretty interesting, and I'd like to further elaborate on them. So one of them will be in Challenge 1, under Future Networks. As you may or may not know, Singapore is actually wiring up fiber in the whole country. And by mid-2012, we hope to cover, I think, just over 95% of the households and companies. So with the use of fiber, one of the areas that we are looking at would be on the last mile, so the home networking front. We have a research program that has some activities in I2R. Sensor and sensor networks are also another area, especially on the Internet of Things. Another area would be on the next level, beyond the network. We have a program that deals with interactive and social tele experience, which is basically looking at the issues related to social media features for interactive TV to engage the audience. We believe that the user experience and the way you handle the content will be very much different. Okay. The next area would be healthcare. Healthcare is national priority in Singapore, just pretty much the same as any other country. And we have specific programs that deal with that. In fact, some of the researchers that are going to be presenting in the next session pretty much are from this program. How Long is one of them. I think one of the areas that we are looking at from I2R's point of view would be how we use ICT to have a more personalized and more connected healthcare experience for the patients. And finally, over at Challenge 6, we have actually a research consortium at the A-star level, which looks into certain aspects of automotive research to support the industry. That's pretty much in brief what we have in Singapore. Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Peyut Seshaikun from National Electronic and Computer Technology Center, or NECTEC. We are a member of National Science and Technology Development Agency's partner in SEACOOP project. Since I'm only given 2 minutes, more information about NECTEC, please come to SEACOOP booth in the International Village. We have flyers there. And for the whole Thailand, if you got a flyer to distribute, we have a Smart Thailand 2020, which is ICT frameworks. And come back to the focus on technology. NECTEC has designed 2 platform technology programs. One is oriented toward electronics, and one is toward software and IT. The first one we emphasize on MEMS technologies and photonics and microelectronics. Particularly, we are moving toward power electronics on the microelectronics. And motor drive, robot automations, printed electronics, that also a recent new one that we just launched 1 year ago, and industrial optoelectronics. On the software side, if you take a look in the sandwich one, three row in the middle, in the red colors, this pretty much aligned with European FP7 network electronic medias. Okay. And we emphasize we have a large group of human language processing technologies with its collaborative networks. And for the middle one on quality of service, we want to do the service-oriented architecture design so that we can move infrastructure into a platform as a service. And for recommendation system, semantic and usability research will be some of the area they want to expand to. In the bottoms are the technologies. We have a group of the area of quantum cryptography and assistive livings are the possible area for collaborations that we have international and domestic connections, and a group of researchers who wants to expand. Just to finish the slide, this one in the middle in blue is open for intermediate state of applications that can be used, take benefit from the platform we provided. At the moment, the environmental model and information service is what we have in mind. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. There's no time to talk too much, so perhaps I should go very quickly. For me, you can see that over in ICT industry, Vietnam will grow quite rapidly, and the number of income and revenues are there. In terms of the institutional and legal framework, we introduce a lot of strategy and planning and law to make sure the ICT is strongly supported. And one thing is that just last week, to inform you that our Prime Minister just issued a new master plan for turning Vietnam into a strong country in ICT in 2020. So there will be a lot of ambitious target and resources available. In terms of research priorities, you can see from here and on the digital GIS, the grid computing, embedded software, and many other things. So if you are interested, you can to talk more with us at the booth of the SEACOOP project. One thing I just want to conclude my presentation is that increasingly, as you can hear from many keynote speakers in this conference, that PPP is a concept which is very strongly supported. And the firm and enterprise sectors is increasingly working with academics to support R&D in ICT. And this is just one of the examples that a company, TMA Solution, set up by Vietnamese diaspora, coming from Canada, setting up a company and really strong. And they supply early service to many powerhouse companies in ICT like Toshiba and IBM and Norton. So perhaps I should round off my talk here, and hopefully I can really to talk with you and really to answer to your question at the booth. Thank you very much.